Yo, we are back with another tier list. We're gonna be updating the tier list for the version 2.5. It's a tier list, it's subjective, so this is how I feel about the characters and how my chat feels about the characters, so it's not the end all be all, so take it with grain of salt, okay? Don't be salty. Quick recap. So last patch we got the release of Fatutu, and we all know Fatutu is absolutely cracked. I'm pretty sure no one disagrees with her being in the S+ tier for survival. And then we add Barcarola, was also added last patch. Okay, Barcarola is currently an A+. Again, this tier list is only version 2.5 because I don't play CN, I play global. Impromptu is not complete yet, but I'm pretty sure as soon as we get Olive in the next patch, she's gonna go up, Olive's gonna go up, Voyager probably goes up too. So the impromptu, honestly, the impromptu team, I wish they were grouped together. But yeah, so that's what happened last patch. All right, so now we are on to patch 2.5. I have like a poll on maybe YouTube if there is any kind of disagreement or I have conflicting opinions with the majority of chat, so we'll vote it out. Okay, let's start with the Euphorias. We got two new Euphorias, Pickles and Unleashed. Let's go ahead and rank Unleashed first. This is her Euphoria. Okay, poll is going out. I agree. I think A+. And the reason why is because yes, she does a lot of great buffs. You don't have to really use any of her moves for by increasing the incantation rank and increasing your damage dealt / damage reduction. So overall I think she's still very good with her Euphoria, but she's still universal, but she has like some debuffs for rigidity, poison, burn, but not everyone will benefit from that. She's pretty much catered for Noire. I think she's slightly better than Solde, because the Solde, yeah, she buffs reality damage right now, but all the main reality damage dealers have like way better support. Like Lucy's reality damage, she probably prefers using Mercuria anyway. Junanzi, also a reality damage dealer, but prefers Pickles, who we're going to rank next, and Flutter Page. So it's just like Isolde is great, but the team comps are starting to become their archetypes. Now it's kind of like everyone has niche supports for their teams. She and Annalie are about the same, in my opinion. So they'll just go both behind 6 here. On to the next character that got buffed this patch. The reason why I don't think he's S tier is because he only buffs mineral characters. Yes, he can buff a lot of other characters, but you have to play him in mineral to get most of his buffs. So pretty much if you're not playing him with a mineral character, you miss out on like so many of these buffs here. If he's played in a mineral team, 100% S, 110% yes, S tier if he is played in mineral team. Damn, 93% S tier. I'm okay with that. Way better than Annalie in my opinion. The cleanse is insane. Like you get a cleanse every single turn. If you play reveries or honestly any kind of content, the enemies be getting a lot of buffs. I mean, if anyone has faced the Getian Reveries 351, the dog is back. So I'm kind of like right here, I'm not sure. Lopera and Mercure to me are the best supports in the S tier. Yeah, I agree. I think Argus is slightly above Pickles, but Pickles in the mineral team is insane. All right, so Pickles is gonna go to S tier now from the A tier. Damn, what a glow up for our boy Liang Yu. Okay, here we go. Star of the current patch. I think she's S. Again, we're thinking of P0 Liang in her best team, so we're assuming she has Flutter Page. She's so good. Like her mechanic of +1, the extension, she does really good damage herself, but at the same time, this is like so important, she makes your supports better, and when she makes her supports better, your supports are doing more damage, or your supports are buffing Liang even harder than if they were to buff another DPS, because other DPS aren't going to buff your supports to buff them. I'm pretty set on S. I just clicked it just to make sure you guys agree. All right, so Liang Yu is in S. I'm okay with having her be the top dog of S tier because she does really good damage. So Liang Yu, S tier, play her as a main DPS. She's going to buff her supports to make them do better supporting, or extending the buffs of your buffs so that you can better support Liang. So she buffs the supports, that's better supports her. All right, on to the next character. On to our final character, then we'll kind of make adjustments to the overall tier list after we rank Noire. I've played every character here, so if you have not played the character, I feel like it's very hard for you to judge how the character works, okay? And I know like 80% of you out there do not have Noire, did not pull for Noire. I know all y'all skipped. Before I put the poll down, let me talk about Noire. Okay, so after I played Noire yesterday, believe it or not, again, very important, 2.5. We're still in version 2.5. We're not looking ahead yet. I think Noire is right here. I think Noire is in S tier. If you watched me play Noire yesterday, you'll see that her damage is actually really good. If you play her in her correct team, she has basically an insane multiplier, and I've seen it, right? This can go up to 950% mental damage, and she can do it 3 times. If you get the roll for her P0, you get the 30% chance hit. You're doing like 2,800 like just motion value. Is that what they're called? As of 2.5, she's S tier. We know Recoleta is coming soon, and she's super easy to play, guys. And she can use Sotheby. Like, say you got Sotheby, right? But you don't play Poison Team. You can pair Noire with Sotheby now. Poison debuffs, and you get the heal. Is she better than Marcus? You know, it's arguable. I feel like they're both about the same. One is incantation plant DPS. The other is an ultimate plant DPS. She gets to be S tier for a couple of weeks. Yeah. Now we have ranked all of the characters. We are now up to date. Now let's just quickly talk about, is there anything we want to rearrange? I think the DPSs, I think these are going to stay up here. These are fine. Angelala, insane. Flutter Page, insane. Kakania, the goat of the support category. Fatutu, the goat of survival. There is another thing to note here. With the addition of Pickles Euphoria into the game, Junansa is in S tier. She's not S plus tier yet because she hasn't got her Euphoria, but with the addition of Euphoria Pickles, Ju is now in S tier. Now we have to place where Ju is. Okay, we're gonna put Junanzi up in S tier because of the Euphoria from Pickles. Once Ju gets her Euphoria, she's not even gonna be here. She's probably gonna be up here, but we'll talk about that when we cross that bridge. Okay, Liang stays 100%. Ju stays 100%. Noire, newest alt damage, stays. She's really good as a 2.5. Lilia does not hold up against those 3. Marcus is good, don't get me wrong, but compared to Noire, Ju, and Liang, she's not as strong. Okay, we have to move Spathadia because now we cannot say Spathadia is on the level of Lilia and Marcus. So we have to move Spathadia out, and we are gonna move Spathadia into the A tier, but she's gonna be the top of the A tier. Poor Spathadia, we need a Euphoria. I'm gonna put Marcus up here. She's gonna be the top of A tier with Lilia and then Barcarola. Okay, I think this looks much better. That looks so much better. Barcarola has not gone the full impromptu team, but she will come up here probably next patch with Olive. So I think the DPS is fine here. All right, let's go over to the sub carry role. Angelala, Flutter Page, I'm not going to change this. They're absolutely cracked out characters. 37, I still think she's so good, playable in so many different characters, in so many different teams. Not going to change Tuesday. We had this conversation last time. I'm not going to go over too much, but I'm not going to change the Tuesday Willow here just yet until we get the upcoming crazy characters. That's going to pretty much change up this whole column over here. This one's tricky. I don't know if Jay is here. He is not. Okay, he is not A tier, and he is not S plus tier. So he's definitely S or A plus, guys. He's hot. agree. He's hot, so he deserves to be higher. Okay, we'll just keep him. We'll keep him S. On to the next thing that is going to be moved in this tier list. With no surprise, the mineral characters are going to be insanely strong now because of Pickles. And the first person we're going to be moving is Semmelweis. If you have played Semmelweis with Pickles and, you know, Eternity, and you played her in Reveries with the new Wolf Lord, you know how insane Semmelweis is. Okay, I wish I can put these two together because they're a pair. She is insanely good because of the Wolf Lord. Okay, you know, like the Wolf Lord gives like insanely crazy buffs. If you don't have the Wolf Lord. You're missing out on so many buffs. Symbol wise in Reveries, it's insane because of this guy, Ashen Beast. Okay, and obviously, you know, Reveries is a big thing. I'll put her above J. Dude, Ashen Beast S plus support. Actually though, Rufus is actually insane on the last stage of Reveries. Voyager is so good, important in the current impromptu team, so it's like that. I'm okay with this. Tremaine stays there. Dude, soon guys, soon we will have impromptu Regulus, and then she's gonna pop off. Okay, on to the supports. Let's see if there's any changes. Kakania, best support. You can play her in pretty much any team. You can play the Harmesis comp, just do true damage and just heal. Then we got Lopera and Barkeria. We kind of talked about them. We talked about Argus. We talked about Pickles. We talked about Six and Annalie when we placed her here. Isolde we talked about. Getien, Ezra. We're still waiting for that Ezra buff coming soon. And then lastly, oh my god, we don't even have to argue about this, but Tutu is the GOAT of survival as of 2.5. I think New Balba should be up here because at the end of the day, right, how are you surviving? There's two ways. You either heal or you either shield. So having a healer and a shielder as the top makes sense. But I understand that Fitutu is insanely OP. I'm okay with keeping her in the first one in S tier. I think with the addition of Noire and the addition of Liang Yu are other characters that can benefit from Sotheby. I would argue Sotheby is a little better than Villa now, actually, yeah. But we're gonna make a little change here. We're gonna just bump Sotheby up and put Villa down here. And the Villa is still a really, really good healer. She's better than Tooth Fairy. Then we got Tooth Fairy here. She's gonna stay here. Still like a solid healer. And then Medicine Pocket down to the A tier still. However, I think next patch, right, is the Euphoria next patch. It's gonna be insane. All right, so that is going to wrap up our version 2.5 tier list. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, this is going to be the final tier list for 2.5. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tier list in 2.6.